Alright guys, back with another video. I got something here on X from Tara Bull. It says, new PM Mark Carney, quote, let's make climate change central to every financial decision and build the net zero future our planet needs, end quote. Alright Canada, especially the East Coast, this is what you wanted. Let's have a look.
You demanded action, and now it's time for the financial sector to deliver. To reach net zero, every country, every company, every bank, every investor, every pension fund around the world will need to make some big changes. In the run-up to COP26 in Glasgow, we have an enormous opportunity to bring climate change into the heart of every financial decision. And our plan will manage the risks from climate change while helping to seize the opportunities from a newer, greener economy. The UK has been at the forefront of innovation for centuries, brimming with ingenuity and a can-do spirit. It also houses the world's largest financial system, and by bringing them together, we can deliver the net zero world that you've demanded and that our future generations deserve. The world's coming to Glasgow. Let's reshape finance for a sustainable world.
Yep. There we go. There's a key to this video. It's roughly right around here.
To bring climate change into the heart of every financial decision.
Bring climate change into the heart of every financial decision. Which means anything that uses oil, they're going to hit you for it. And they're going to hit you in the pockets. The carbon tax is coming back. It was only paused. It was not canceled. I can't even believe that there's people who actually think it was. That's not how it works. The carbon tax was passed into law by Parliament. Parliament is prorogued, therefore it cannot be undone. We do not have executive orders in this country. The carbon tax is coming back. They're going to find a sneaky way around it so that it's not, affecting people directly, or they'll tell them it's not affecting them directly. It will, and there will be no rebate. This guy is worse than Justin Trudeau. People don't understand. This guy's going to fold to Trump in the matter of, I give it 2 months max, and it probably won't even take that long. He's going to fold. Or he's going to just get involved in the craziest trade war we can ever imagine being in. He wants to realign us with China. Remember that old clip from 2015 when Justin Trudeau said he admires China's basic dictatorship? Yeah, so does this asshole. Net zero. I think we all know what that means. They're going to tax you into poverty. They're going to move to cleaner energy even if it's not ready, and those jobs will pay much less with worse benefits. And it's not even reliable. And they're going to punish you for using something that you need to quote unquote incentivize people to not use it. Yeah. You could turn off your heat in the winter, guys. Or else they're going to charge you even more money. It's insane. It's insane. It's crazy we're at this point. But one thing we need to remember, keep fighting. I know a lot of people have given up. I've lost about 100 subscribers in the past 24 hours. I don't think they were specifically mad at me. They're just kind of done with politics. I understand, but we need you back. Not for this channel. But for the sake, we can't lose people into giving up. Like, we can't. There's just not. We've made so many positive strides in this election, even though it doesn't feel like it right now. But they did. Pierre Poilievre got more of the vote share of any conservative since 1988. They flipped multiple seats, stopped a majority, and I mean, listen. The NDP also came in third in Hamilton Center, where I live. Hayden Lawrence, who's like 23 years old, he's a kid, beat Matthew Green. So, I mean, there's positive things. Jagmeet Singh's gone. And there's a minority government. I think we're going to be heading back to election at 2 years at the most. And at that point, we will have more, those 16 and 17-year-olds who voted in the mock election they have. I'm going to show you that right here. Student vote results. Conservative 36%. Liberals 31%. Bloc 2%, NDP 14%, Green 7.5. Now again, as people get older, well, I mean, not liberal boomers. I mean, they're the most liberal demographic. But that being said, there's still a lot of boomers like you guys who have common sense. But the younger generation is kind of going conservative as they turn into adults, because they look at the housing crisis, they look at the crime, they look at the mass immigration. It's a country that when they hear stories about, it's not recognizable. Oh, back in my day, and when rent was only $700 for a 1-bedroom apartment. They're like, when was that? And I go, oh, 2008, which is a true story, by the way, in Burlington, Ontario, which is not exactly a cheap city to live in. In Hamilton, you can get the same apartment for a couple $100 cheaper. It was relatively cheap. You can go make a couple grand a month or just over and be paying about 25% in rent. Now people are looking at about 60% in rent, unless you have a roommate, which is not always a long-term option. So if you're ever in a situation where you're young and you're on your own and you got to move out, $1,500 a month in rent for like a bachelor apartment in Burlington, or it's probably even more than that, and look at how much you got to pay. It's insane. You look at how much you're making versus what you have to pay, and it's like, I can't afford this. Now, if they can, they stay at home, but not everyone has that option. And the liberal boomers are the ones who overwhelmingly voted for this because they're scared of Donald Trump. And again, I want to make it very clear here. Liberal boomers, not you guys. You guys are great. But the liberal boomers, there's more liberal boomers than conservative boomers. And they cost us, and the young people not showing up to fight for this change also cost us. Singh, the Greens had a part in it, Doug Ford, Trump. There's all kinds of factors as to why the election went this way. But as it turns out, one thing, it looks like some of those mainstream pollsters weren't fake. ECOS, they're fake. Liaison, I think there's a lot of questions there. But Abacus data, conservatives overperformed 338, but that's because they include ECOS. So, the average was only, I think, 39 points. They got 43. Sorry, 41. So they overperformed by a couple points. These are some positive things, but there's a lot of negative coming. We need to fight back to make sure that we get an election as quickly as possible. More young ones will turn conservative. And I think we got this. We just got to be patient, and we got to fight like we've never fought before. But we got to take the loss, learn from it, and come back even stronger. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section about Mark Carney's comment and about the future of Canada, especially with all these young kids voting conservative. Do you have hope? Let me know. Please also don't be afraid to like and subscribe, as it really helps grow the channel. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll be back shortly with a new video.